we're going to do now is take you away from the really hard, in-depth subjects we've been looking at and give us a bit of light relief. Let's look at the sporting world. So this weekend, people are going to be glued to their TVs, especially if they are interested in football and the Premier League. We are coming to the end of the transfer window. There's Super Sunday TV matches going on. And we are going to look at this chap as one of the first things. This is Darwin Nunez. So he's Uruguayan, joined from Benfica, was top scorer in the Premier Liga, with 26 goals in 28 games. Liverpool bought him and he's been okay. He's been there for a couple of years and he's doing well, finding his feet. Now, this season, his third season, his form has been awful. Will he start scoring again, or are Liverpool going to sell him? What is happening with this young chap, full of potential?
Okay, first of all, it's his personal life. His personal life is especially when it comes to partners, that's where he's having a lot of problems. And also, he does come from quite humble beginnings. So all this has been a lot on a young man's shoulders, fame, and he has had depression problems as well. But I do feel he does have a lot of potential. He just needs to refocus and have the right guidance. That's all he needs. And will he be sold? Yes, he will.
Okay, well, that's of interest. I mean, one of the reasons we are looking at him is because it's the transfer window now. The other opportunities in the summer. He's an absolute fan favourite because, yes, as you say, full of potential, and he is, all passion, all talent, and all heart. But that makes sense. If his personal life isn't going the way he needs, he's obviously been affected by a lot of the criticism thrown at him. Because I think, especially when you're young in any area, let alone top level football, having potential is not enough. You've got to deliver.
Yes, that's true. Yes. And it's too much on a young man's shoulders. Too much. We're talking a big money here
Yes.
and so much money and so much stress. It's not that they've just got to stay in tip-top form. It's also the pressure that they have from the management, the team, the people that surround them that put him on a pedestal. There's
Yeah,
so
the
much to
fans.
deal with. Yes.
Okay, well, that's a shame. Goodbye, Darwin Nunez from Liverpool. Hopefully, we'll see him again doing his best. So, another Liverpool person that we are going to be looking at. Okay, Ella, staying with Liverpool because they are at the top of their Premier League at the moment. They have three key top level players that are ending their contract this summer. Mohamed Salah, as you've got up on your screen there, is one of them. What is your take on him? Will Liverpool be able to keep this amazing player?
Not unless they put a lot more money on the table. He knows his potential and he knows that he has a very short window to be a top athlete. And he wants to make as much money as possible. And, you know, then he wants to retire.
Yes, because he's aging out and he's been magnificent for Liverpool for 8 years. And he's probably, I mean, even though he's in fantastic physical condition and mental condition, you have to be mentally peak as well. He's probably got maybe 2 or 3 years left in the top league. So, yes, well, let's hope Liverpool find. Do you think they will?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Wowzers.
Mm.
Well, that will be a hit to behold, Ella. That will be really interesting to see. Ella, let us have a look at Manchester City. So they've been at the top of the UK Premier League for yonks. Absolutely, they've dominated the game, both in the UK and in Europe. Pep Guardiola, who is a chap you've got up there on your screen, is pretty much considered as the best football manager going because of everything he's won. They've won numerous trophies. Now, as all the football fans amongst us will know, they've had a really bad dip in form. They've lost games, which is pretty much unheard of. They've had a few injuries, yes, but the team just hasn't been performing. There's not been massive new additions to the team, although they are adding in now in the transfer window. Tell us what you think of Pep Guardiola and tell us why you think Man City have just not performed at all, really.
Okay, I feel with this individual quite strongly that to begin with, he was very proactive when it come to the team. But as they won each game, he'd become tougher and tougher and tougher. So you need to be better than your last game. That was his motto. And what's actually happened is some of the team players have actually lost their confidence due to the pressure that he is putting them under. And I do feel what they need is a fresh new start with a brand new manager. And as far as their performance is concerned, it is to do with him. That's why they've gone down.
Gosh,
Yeah, you can understand from his point of view that, with each game, you've got to be better and better. But it does on such young men. They are young. That's what people need to, recognize is that they're young men, most of them under the age of 25, and it's a lot of pressure and a lot of money that's involved and a huge fan base. And they're in the media spotlight all the time.
yes. And they've recently just lost their team captain, Carl Walker, as well. He's just left to go to Italy. So I guess that once again, obviously, is a pressure thing because he wasn't performing either.
Hmm.
But Pep has just signed a new contract. So we will see if he keeps losing, he will have to move on.
Yes, I do feel that it's best that he steps down and does something else in sport.
Interesting.
Right.
Thanks, Ella.
And also he cannot take out on the team what's happening in his personal life. And I feel there is an element of that. He's actually quite angry all the time with them.
Great to have your insight, Ella. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hello, I see we have on your screen Mikel Arteta, who is the manager for Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal are also contenders for the trophies this year. Um, Tell us about Arsenal. What do you think? Will they win any silverware this year?
I feel they will, yes. I do. I do feel that they've got a good manager. I do feel that he is kind, but also quite diplomatic. If he feels they're going down the wrong track on any shape or form, this is also in their personal life. He will f put his foot down, and he also will say to them, "You will lose your contract." Sport has to be 24/7, live, breathe, and sleep football.
Well, he worked with Pep Guardiola, so maybe he's some of that has rubbed off on him, indeed. So that'll be some good news for Arsenal fans that they hopefully will be taking home a trophy at some point at the end of the season.
Yes, I do see it with this gentleman. I do.
Good
But
news.
what he says to his footballers, he does with his own personal life. So he's not one to say something and do completely the opposite.
Wow. I see a closet Arsenal fan in you.
Oh, you know something? I don't know anything about football. I am just doing what I do. I go in through his bio field and I have a chat with him. And it used to be called remote influence, but that term is not allowed anymore. So it is where basically the truth is lying, and I just get the truth out of him.
Great. Well, it's great to get your take on Arsenal and Mikel Arteta this season. Thanks very much, Ella.
Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Maybe I might even watch it myself.